Role-based resource planning optimizes the management and assignment of resources in projects. We open an example project and initially, we will consolidate all resources into a central resource pool, accessible via the Resources button. In the resource pool, we switch to the Roles tab to define the professional skills of the personnel resources. To add a new role, we can either click in the row marked with a star in the role column or select the New Group button at the top. We then create the role of designer, subdividing it with 2 qualifications, mechanic and electrical, along with their deployment costs. Organizing professional qualifications into groups allows us later to display resource utilization based on group criteria. Furthermore, we create the group role of installer with 2 qualifications, mechanic and electrical. We also aim to complete the resource pool by adding more roles, such as the software developer with the qualification, embedded Linux. All entries in the resource pool can be saved with a click on OK. Back to the Gantt chart. We are now able to precisely specify the need for resources for our project by assigning specific roles to the respective tasks. This is done by selecting the desired role in the Role tab in the Task Properties window. For the Construction Mechanics task, the role Designer Mechanic is assigned by double-clicking and confirmed with a click on OK. For the Construction Electrical task, we assign the role Designer Electrical and determine that 2 people are needed for this role. The role Software Developer Embedded Linux will be assigned to the Construction Software task. For the Manufacturing Mechanics task in the Mechanics area, 2 people in the role of Installer Mechanic are required. The Manufacturing Electrical task initially receives the assignment of the role Designer Electrical, followed by the role Installer Electrical. We then determine the necessity of a software developer specialized in embedded Linux for the manufacturing software task. However, we plan to utilize the software developer in this task not at 100% but at 50% to keep them available for other concurrent tasks. For better oversight and control of the project, we can insert additional parameters into the task and subproject table by right-clicking in the column names area of the table and selecting Column Arrangement from the context menu. In our example, we highlight the column's effort and cost to supplement the task table. Directly in the Gantt chart, we can display an additional resource chart by clicking on the menu item Additional View Resource Chart, and then selecting the option Roles. The depiction of effort can be changed in the Project Properties window from working days to hours to allow for more detailed planning. The resulting utilization of roles is tabularly presented in Rillsoft Project in the Role Resource view, enabling an assessment of the future need for employees with specific qualifications. Furthermore, we can display additional details. For example, if the option Activity Chart is marked on the Role Usage Format tab, the tasks causing utilization are graphically represented. Exporting project data to MS Excel would have been advantageous with an activity value option. We don't need process bars in Excel. As with most Rillsoft views, you can flexibly change the timescale from hours to years. We select the activities bars again and return to the Start tab. Using filters, specific information can be highlighted in the view, such as by setting a period using the time filter, either with the left mouse button pressed on the timeline, or through the menu item filter. In the filter dialog, we also have various resource options and filter criteria available. For example, we set a resource filter for the roles Designer Electrical and Installer Electrical. Afterwards, we delete all set filters and switch on an additional Gantt chart in the Role Utilization view. It gives us the opportunity not only to look at the processes but also to analyze the existing links and a project process and change them as required.